Dictionary.com defines the term work ethic as a belief in the moral benefit and importance of work and its inherent ability to strengthen character. As a result of having a good work ethic comes with being prideful. My dad has a work ethic that is unmatched in my mind. I've learned how to work hard and take pride in everything I do from my dad. I love making the things I work on look good, so I take the time to make sure they are done right. My work ethic and pride is apparent in my schoolwork, basketball, and the little things in life such as making my bed and writing neatly. My schoolwork takes me forever to finish, and it's because of how I complete it. I receive compliments all the time on my handwriting, and I have good handwriting because I care about it. I take the time when writing my name, writing a sentence, and writing an essay, just to name some examples. No matter what the task is, I always try to have my best handwriting. I also try and finish my work early and do it well. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I try extremely hard. I try and finish my work I get on the weekends before Sunday night, and I complete my assignments to the best of my ability. Basketball is obviously my favorite sport, but I wouldn't be where I am today, skill-wise, without my work ethic. Most basketball players that are my height can't dribble the ball and really aren't supposed to be able to. My height is a natural gift and I'm thankful for it, but my skill isn't. The skills I have are developed from the countless hours spent in the gym working on my game. Also, guys my height aren't supposed to be as coordinated as I am. Most kids my size trip over their own feet, but not me. I worked on my footwork when I was young and continue to do so. So when people say something about me only being good at basketball because I'm tall, it's a huge insult to my work ethic. I'm at the point where I am today because of how hard I've worked. Lastly, I take pride in the little things I do. For example, I take forever to make my bed because of the pride I have in how nice it looks. I take everything off my bed, then I place the sheet on top of it. I tuck in my sheet under the mattress and then fold the top over. Then I make sure there are no creases because the sheets being smooth looks good. Even though I put my comforter over the sheets, I still like there to be no creases. After the comforter is on, I then fold my two blankets the same way every day with the stitching hidden. I know that sounds really weird, but that's just the way I like it. I'm proud of the bed that I make every day, and my mom always compliments me and tells me how good it looks. Having a good work ethic will take you a long way in life, and it creates discipline in everything you do. I do everything to the best of my ability, so when I fail, I know I can't do anything else to improve upon it. However, when I succeed, that's the best feeling in the world because all the hard work has finally paid off.
I am proud of my GPA, of my college acceptances, of being a National Hispanic Scholar. I am proud of the C- I got on my BC Calc semester exam, and my first tutor. I got him 2 weeks into AP Physics. I am proud of my voice crack at my first concert as a freshman in front of the seniors that I was so desperately trying to impress. I am proud of nailing the highest note in Carry On My Wayward Son at my most recent and seeing the amazement in the eyes of 8th graders. I am proud to be a teeny 5 feet and half an inch at school and to be a towering 5 feet and half an inch at home. I am proud of the gold flecks that are scattered throughout the eyes that I share with over 50% of the world's population, and to have all the physical characteristics of a Cuban gallega. I am proud of the scar that closely resembles a treble clef above my knee, and the stretch marks that line my hips, of the fact that my grandmother told me every day that I needed to lose weight until I lost 60 pounds in a month. I am proud to have kept a pet alive on my own for at least 4 years. I am proud to say that although I am shy and soft-spoken, I am passionate and determined. I am proud to know the difference between an opinion and a fact you dislike. I am proud to live in a world of hate that reminds me that making that special someone smile once a day is enough. I am proud to be among those that stand for equality and love. I am proud to say that I have survived every obstacle that has come my way so far. I am proud to know the meaning of human dignity, sacrifice, and self-worth. But most of all, I am proud to just be me.
The alarm went off at 3 a.m. I rolled over in my sleeping bag and came face to face with the freshly fallen inch of snow on the ground. I fell back asleep. Our backup alarm went off at 3:10, and then 3:15, and then at 3:30, I and my tartmates finally woke up. Realizing how behind schedule we were, we frantically layered up, made sure we had water, packed our possibles bags with snacks and sunscreen, and bomb-proofed our campsite. Headlamps bobbing in the darkness, we made our way over to our group's designated meeting spot to begin our summit attempt of Mount Massive. Mount Massive is the second tallest mountain in Colorado, standing at 14,420 feet, only shorter than its neighbor, Mount Elbert, by 1 foot. Our campsite was at about 11,000 feet, so in order to successfully summit, as a group we would have to hike the 3-mile trail to the summit and back down by noon, covering 3,000 feet of elevation and 6 miles of trail. It was imperative to get back down to camp on time to avoid the potentially dangerous clouds that rolled over the ridge line at midday. As we congregated and complained about how early it was and double-checked our day packs, I was convinced we weren't going to make it to the summit. With the snow and the late start on top of my lack of faith in my physical and mental strength, I thought, I can't do this. I was dreading the moment where we were going to have to turn around and give up. But we started. PK, my expedition leader, led our group up the trail. Minutes of labored breathing and sore legs ticked by. We shed layers and kept climbing. I was miserable. I got lost in my thoughts, thinking about why I was doing this. Why was I even here? What was I doing? But then I thought of my dad. He always says to me, "You are stronger than you think you are." That became my mantra. I repeated it in rhythm with my footsteps, and I felt better and better the more I hiked. You are stronger than you think you are. We rounded a ridge and turned to face the horizon just as the sun was coming up. I was in shock. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. We could look down and see our campsite and look up and see the stars. From then on, it wasn't as much of a mental battle as it was a physical one. We had to power through to the summit, stopping only for the occasional water break. When I finally set foot on the summit, I was extremely proud. I was proud of myself and proud of my friends. I had overcome my self-doubt and worry, and I had made it up the mountain. I was stronger than I thought I was.
In my attempts to find a serious topic for this paper, I realized that I haven't really done anything that most people would be proud of. To explain, when most people think of accomplishments that they're proud of, they think of things like getting accepted into great schools or winning some incredibly hard to achieve prize. But I haven't done anything like that yet. And yes, I did get accepted into collegiate, and to Xavier, and Ohio Wesleyan, and that is something to be proud of. But I got accepted into collegiate 6 years ago. I don't believe I've done anything recently that I'm extremely proud of. Now, to completely contradict myself, I do find myself feeling proud of myself for very small things. I'd like to apologize for the excess use of golf lingo. Please defer all questions to Alec. I have a very bad track record when it comes to drives. I'm talking every single one of my drives would veer off to the right. And yet, I somehow once shot a 45 on a 9-hole game. I remember this match clearly. I had a really good start. My drive shot went around 208 yards, and my next shot was with a 4 hybrid. I only half swung, and that still got me just short of the green, or as Coach Ed calls it, the dance floor. Now, this would be the part where I chipped on and the ball rolled in. No. In my attempts to not have to carry my wedge with me, I just brought my putter. This bad decision earned me a 2-putt instead of 1 shot. A similar trend took place throughout the entire game. I'd be fine until I got to the green. Sometimes I'd play entire holes perfectly, but then I'd overestimate how far the ball would go. Now, I was playing by myself, so I could take my time. I feel like my great score could be attributed to that. I'm proud of this moment because of not only the inconsistency of my drive and every other shot I took, but also the amount of work I put in outside of practices.